All right, welcome, Overwatch fans, for the first match of the season. It's going to be a tough one. Barberton High School versus Shaker Heights, the previous state champion for Overwatch. We are on the red side here with our different heroes. Sleepless, which is Alec Wuethrich. Brendo, who is Brendon, I want to say Roberts is the last name. I can't remember his last name at the moment. E, which is Mikey Brown. Sunwolf, which is Ryan McInerney. You're Crying, which is Hunter Roland. And then Asteria, which is Preston Hoover.
Looks like they're trying to make a push on point here. Barberton took an early point. Oh,
with the Ryan down.
That came out a little bit too late.
That's going to be a lost fight there, I would think. It's going to be really hard to hold without that tank.
Traded for Mayhem. See if they can get this point here at the very start. So they're getting some time here. It's not completely lost, but they are starting to bleed players, and they're starting to trade off hold charge here.
Yeah, when they drop that wall, they pick the Zarya. So no tanks available for Barberton for that fight, and we kind of know how that's going to go. Yeah,
reset.
Buys a little bit of time, but not a ton.
Tanks are regrouping right out of spawn. Let's see what kind of positioning here we have from the defenders. So they're taking this high ground here, expecting that they're going to be pushing up through this choke here, and Barberton makes a run point.
Yes, I think that was actually a pretty clever play there, knowing that they were going to be challenged, but
they
with this teleporter,
right
oh yeah, with that teleporter, they were able to get back on so fast. It looks like they trapped almost all of Barberton in there for the fight. Nice ammo
huge
field.
Shatter right through the freeze under the Reinhardt there. They got it out for free. Some quick cleanup, and they keep the point.
I thought that Barberton's immo field that was deployed there by the Baptiste was going to help them, but the counter immo field also, I don't know if it wasn't prioritized or just it was just too crazy in there, but Barberton was kept up for quite a while off that Baptiste there, but unfortunately...
Ammo field does not prevent CC, so it allowed that Shatter to come straight through. So now they're going to push up through main here where the
with that Rhine walled off, there's not a lot they can do.
They protected him,
down.
And he still drops there.
Yeah, they picked the ammo just in time.
Now they're going to walk back here. They don't really have anything to break through this Rhine shield, even though their Rhine got really low too.
Yeah, Barberton makes this smart choice to head out. They tried to get the wall off by Shaker there. Unfortunately, well, fortunately for Barberton, I should say, no one was capped by that. Or trapped, I should say.
Now, Shaker's been doing a really good job of holding ults here, knowing that they have fights already won. We have the Brendo going in there, get a grab, a huge grab. It's not followed up by anything, though. Looks like there was a counterplay here with the wall inside the corridor. Yeah. A second Shatter goes out and then cleans up the team due to a walk past the shield, it looks like.
At least for Barberton here, at least looks like that Baptiste window was really off point there. That grab didn't, like the window didn't help them at all there. Ended up coming up behind the grab, but with that May that had gotten in, or whatever had happened in that room there, I'd like to go back and look at that later, really prevented Barberton from taking
making a push to point here. They know they got to touch it. They only have a few % left. They force out the overtime.
Nice ult coming out to push through with the beat.
Looks like the remech got the Reaper there. Looks like Shaker's trading.
Barberton's making a couple good plays here, but Mayhem cleaning up with the lasers coming out of that sim. Really brutal. Their sim, this is such a great, I wish we could see this a bit more. I'm surprised we haven't seen it a bit more. I'd like to see Barberton taking advantage of some point having a sim on this map to have that high and low ground versatility there. The sim and the May here, really, really strong.
Especially with those first point pushes here. So let's see if there's any change to the loadouts here. Looks like they're still going to be running the same. Check out Shaker. Yep, they're switching to a pharmacy here, it looks like.
Yeah, they got the sniper out now with the Widow on Scarrow.
Looks like there's some high grounds that they want to abuse here, and they're going to be coming up over the bell tower most likely.
They want to take advantage of those lines of sight that are available.
And Barberton going for Ball and Diva here.
Oh, big change to Barberton as well. I wonder what the thought is.
That was Shaker.
Oh, that was Shaker. Sorry. No, Barberton does have the Hanzo and the Creed.
And they dive straight to point. Looks like, oh, they don't see the ball coming in from behind. Huge slam coming out of Shaker.
Yeah, gets a pick on Hunter Roland. The flash was down from Ryan McInerney there, but there wasn't enough follow-up to finish that ball off, unfortunately, which it's a tough hero to finish.
Let's see how Barberton holds this down to memory. They do get the point here.
Immo's down. They get the point for a moment, but at what cost?
So
are they going to be able to hold this?
Push from behind. Slam comes in. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot here, actually.
Healers are doing a lot to keep the team up.
They lost their DPS again. The snipers are, and the Faris is picking everybody else off. The tanks here nice and comfy on the point, but it is eventually going to flip through the rest of the team, getting blood off and killing there.
I think that the sniper and the Far are taking opposite angles to really cover every side, so Barberton really is just going to get picked everywhere. So unless they isolate one of those targets, those DPS, I feel like they're going to just keep getting kind of pincered by the
really nice position here from Shaker on the pharmacy, peeking up right over the bell tower, waiting for them to come in here. Something else to notice too is that their ball was farming charges and ready to force some mines out here.
Yeah.
But not necessary. They just got a clean barrage right off the right-hand side there from that amazing positioning.
Well, the team turned to look at the ball and weren't keeping an eye in the sky, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a coordinated play there. Shaker really knows their stuff. They go in with a dive for the distraction play, and the pharmacy comes straight in and nukes the whole team.
It looks
very
like
cleanly done.
Yeah, it looks like they are very familiar and comfortable on this map here.
Ooh, the Baptiste almost goes down from a duel.
And the Widow gets a pick on McInerney here from afar. I don't know what angle they have. Oh, they're all the way up on
right
the high
up top,
ground. They're
yep.
really almost
Getting a
camping
jump
them in
shot
the
out.
spawn.
Barberton trying to kind of walk through here, but they do have one DPS still in spawn.
I feel like they should be taking right under that building.
Ryan's going in
perhaps.
alone.
Got some backup on them now. Trying to get Mayhem down, but he gets back up in the air.
Sports are cut off, and the Baptiste goes down.
Trade 1 for 1, but the support for a tank, not really worth it here.
Yeah, this positioning from the pharmacy is just absolutely punishing here. They do get some kills on point here. Their Diva goes down. Get the res off on the ball. Are they going to be able to flip this back, though, with only 2 here?
They got 3. Oh, now it's down to 2, unfortunately, though. Sleepless goes down, and then we're going to see Roland fall
need to
after
drop
that.
here. It looks like they're going to have one more fight. Can Barberton swing it back? What's the plan here?
They need to watch so they don't get picked. I like that they're taking an angle there so they're not going to get picked by the...
Shaker coming in for the spawn camp. They know that they need to stop them from touching right now, or they're going to have Barberton's going to have a good chance of coming back. They mine straight through main and try
Leave
to
a bomb
deny
as
bomb.
well. Ooh.
Beautiful play there. Great denials by Shaker.
Yeah, there was a lot of just really clean plays from Shaker there. You know, there's a reason that they had the state championship last round. Did we want to go back at all and take a quick look at what happened in that room on the first point when the
Absolutely.
The ult had come out from, I think we got to go hero mode here to see somewhere. We're in the middle of nowhere. Let's go to Brendo
Scaro's
here.
POV.
Well, I want to go to Brendo's POV here. Or no, not Brendo's, but that's who we're looking for here. We're looking for when they've got the ult charge. So it's got to be coming out this next fight. We'll go on to the next map in a moment, folks, but we want to try to get a little bit more analytics here. When we've got Coach Mosey available, we can see a lot more breakdown here using that big Coach brain of his. Let's see.
Alright, this is where the line just got instantly lasered here, and then we get pushed back to the next fight that we want.
Next fight, yes, correct. We've got a lot of ults in the tank here, but so does Shaker at this point.
We're coming
So
through.
let's see
We
what
don't
happens.
see the lasers. We start to get microwaved. We bait it out a little bit, and then we
This
get
is
pushed
where
back
the black
to
hole
Blizzard.
comes out. Oh, it's because the Blizzard. I didn't see that they'd thrown their May ult in here, which just froze the whole team in place, dropping the wall behind
Let's
him,
see
too.
that play from Scaro here coming straight in.
So he saw what was going on. I don't know if he heard the hole go out.
Let's get back a little bit more. Right here. Doesn't quite have it yet.
No, this is the first fight where they wall and get the
Right.
Rhine. We're looking for the second fight here. He's got the
Now
ult
he
here.
has
We're
it.
going to see it.
But does Barberton know they don't trust it? Oh, it gets thrown
Oh, so
straight in. No
so-
denial.
So they initiated it before, or maybe as the black hole was coming out. So it was just
Yep.
I don't think that they were necessarily trying to counter the black hole in that moment. They were just trying to win a fight, and it just happened that the black hole came out at the same time from Brendo.
Right,
there.
and they weren't able to follow up on it, Brendon or Barberton, that is.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and end this one. We'll come back for the next here in a moment, and we will see you in just a second or two. Alrighty, welcome back, Barberton fans, to the next round here. We're going in, taking a look at all of our different heroes around. Same player lineup for this match. This is going to be King's Row. Barberton is down one map, hoping to come back here on King's Row. A favorite of pretty much all Overwatch players. I can't think of many players who don't like this map, other than perhaps those who are just tired of playing it because it is so favored at the competitive level. Taking a look at the Shaker heroes coming out of the spawn here.
Mayhem goes for the Hanzo. Nice pick on the defense here.
Mayhem, one of the premier players, if not the premier player on Shaker, I would say.
Let's see how Barberton deals it with their initial push.
What do you think of these hero picks on Barberton here? Not too bad.
Classic Ryan Zarya, but the soldier here is pretty interesting, coming with the combo here instead of trying to take an off angle going around left. Looks like they're a little afraid to push through choke here. Kree being a little bit oppressive.
They're brawling it out here in the center. Ooh,
Lamp comes out too a little bit too late there, and they get a clean sweep. But we do get the Reinhardt pick there, so if Barberton can re-engage pretty quickly, the defense here is going to be down their main tank.
We got some pretty good charge off of that for our ults, but not as much as Shaker did.
That was
ours. And their Rein, man, their Rein is almost all the way to Shatter already after that fight, getting those picks.
Clean sweep. Pushing straight through here. Bubble's already used up. Trying to get some splash onto the Zarya. Hard pushing
nice,
the Zarya.
Good push there. Speed boosting out. The Shatter comes down, and that's going to win the fight. It's just too clean.
Very quick. The Rein did not respect the other Rein's Shatter there, and they had a low target, but the Lamp came out to save them, and the Diva was fine. They did not respect the positioning from this very happy Rein right now.
Yeah, that Rein's Shatter was built so fast. Maybe they just didn't expect it, but knowing how many picks he had the last fight, I think they should be aware that charge builds up quick.
Ryan's trying to go toe-to-toe here, trying to get some swings in.
Oh, they better not fight into that box. Mayhem picks the support.
Ooh,
once again.
That fire strike going through that barrier there is actually double damage, so it can one-shot a squishy. And Ryan there gets out just barely. Looking at the ult economy right now, the Ryan's coming up on his Shatter here on offense here.
Barberton's building up their ults as well. We've got, looks like Sleepless is ready to go. Shatter comes out, big hit, but Scarrow countered. I don't know if they just didn't see that high noon coming out, or where was he? Is he in the back line? Where was Scarrow? Well, he's dead now, so it's hard to say.
He was probably pushed up here at the front.
Had an off angle, perhaps.
Yeah, he was the sacrificial lamb here. So a Graviton comes out from
with a tire as well to
Barberton,
finish it off.
Clean
nice.
Everything up.
Little bit of overcommitting into ults, I think. We had 3 there.
The DPS are trying to re-engage here. Barberton should push forward and punish this right now.
Looks like they're trying to get up. Yep, they're pushing up. Will they be able to get some picks?
Getting that precious time on the point, and the Rhine comes back to help assist, and Barberton does not execute on some of the kills here. Dragon comes out a little bit in a weird spot, but it does end up picking up the
it splits
Barberton
the Rhine
Reinhardt.
off, yeah. Are you trying to get out here?
Ooh.
Shatter out for that?
That was a very aggressive Shatter, and Shaker's
Yeah.
really known for their spawn camp plays on this map. They're probably setting up on this perch here like they like to do.
They really like to hold teams in there. They don't really want to wait for you to take the fight to the choke. They'll take the fight right to you.
Let's see if
they're looking for a drop flash on this. Yep, there goes the flash on the Rhine.
Not sure where to block. They get the damage boost from the high ground here. Barberton loses one of their DPS, but they're smart to play very close to the wall there to make it a really difficult angle for them to play. Let's see if Barberton has what it takes to get the right hero picks and the right play to break this spawn camp.
So they're going up. They're just taking the fight straight to them. Trying to brawl it out on the high ground.
Ooh, they lose 3 just from the brawl in the center there.
The Rhine does use his ult there in that. Shaker has 3 ults still. I think that was interesting.
Now, it's very hard to push out of this choke because there's only 2 ways to get out here.
They're just going to eat so much spam trying to go up there. They throw it out. Lamp's out, though.
The lamp is beautiful save there, as well as the beat drop to try and prevent any deaths there.
Shaker's running out of ult economy, so Barberton's probably going to be able to queue to win in the next fight.
They have 4 here, but the Brendo getting caught in that staggered death there is going to mean this next fight is going to take a little bit longer. So let's see how they handle this. Still no hero swaps.
Shaker's great about getting. I think with those hero ults all charged, they don't want to swap off, unfortunately. But we probably should have seen something more like a Bastion.
The lamp came out a little bit too late there. Barberton Rhine drops, but the tire comes in and gets lamped.
Just the lamp.
Boosted Fire Strike. That's the 3rd time we've seen that play from Shaker, and to great effect too. Cleaning up those 200 HP squishies in 1 hit.
What should Barberton be swapping to here to bust out of here? Like, we've got a Junkrat already. Do we want just to literally get a Bastion out, hook him up to a Mercy or something and just like...
A Bastion would be alright. Our characters who can get out very quickly and then like dive point to get away from this high ground.
So high mobility vertical heroes.
Right, so the beat drop comes out. They do get the D.Va here, and it looks like some of the squishies are taking a rotation.
They're finally breaking.
They don't see the Scarrow. They didn't count the numbers here, and they go straight cart.
I think they called it out, but they're not sure if he... I don't think they want to commit back to him because they want to get cart time. I think they're just letting him run around on the back line, which...
He's sneaking.
Without his ult charge, he's not as scary to get some crazy move here, but...
Exchange of fire here. Let's see if your Crying goes and tries to punish this. Nope, he just sticks with the cart here.
Where's the rest of the team? Pushing forward
They're trying to
here.
push up here. Maybe try to get another kill on their main tank.
Ooh,
nice
big shatter.
Let's see if it can be followed up.
Oh,
the lamp comes out and saves them.
Our lamp also well positioned, allowing Barberton to stay in the fight. They should be able to pick this line. Pick this line. He's so low. Nice. He goes down to the fire strike from Alec Wuethrich. Continue with trading here. I think this is a we have one fight here. Scarrow's still back there, but I think they're just going to finish him off now. I feel like he really didn't have much of an impact in that. I think Barberton left
Came
back
a little too late. The plane behind was pretty sneaky. He did get a pick off of the main healer from the Barberton team, but ultimately the fight was already over by that point.
I remember hearing the calls. They knew he was there. I think they just played around and being back there and were happier to fight in knowing there were 5 in front of them. Scarrow just couldn't coordinate with his team,
D.Va bomb comes out. Let's see if everybody takes good cover. Ooh, we lose the main tank.
I wonder how that happened. Was his shield broke, or did he just get clipped on a weird angle? Geometry is your enemy sometimes.
That might be it. It could have been flashed as well. So now Shaker gonna take point here and fight up in this choke, trying to get additional charge here, spamming the ground with the micro missiles. Main tank going up and taking a lot of damage. Not so much support from the team here. Nice grab. We're not swinging into it, and they beat drop. And Scarrow gets the ult off from behind and actually gets a kill there. And then we lose a lot of the team right after that that Rhine shatter. There wasn't much follow-up because we already lost half the team there. Mayhem coming in with some sick plays on the Doom.
We had a tire go out that just didn't connect, unfortunately, and sometimes that does happen. Barberton is kind of dry as far as their ult economy. We've got Yeez coming up. However, we're a little afraid to see. Oh,
right through.
Oh, down the hole. Are they going to the hole? Oh, no, no hole.
Looks like they're trading pretty heavily here.
Yeah, not too bad trades, but starting to come out in the favor, it looks like, of Shaker. Oh, never mind, Scarrow getting picked by your Crying.
Without any heals and any support there. Oh, the Barberton Reinhardt's coming back. Let's see if we can go toe-to-toe here. Shaker has to pull off, knowing the Rhine's super low. Waiting for some spawns from the team here.
Yeah, Barberton taking space.
Ooh, the ult in the back line. Mayhem making the plane. Getting lots of damage up onto the tanks here. With the forcing the lamp out, barely keeping anyone alive for just a few seconds longer after the team comes in and wipes everybody out.
Yeah, the lamp was nice to hold them up for a moment or two, but there wasn't the support to keep them up. It may have just been better to back out there for a moment once we had the pick on...
Only one fight left here. They got a rush cart right now. Barberton's going in hard. Lucio almost falls immediately.
Oh, I don't think they're going to be able to touch there.
Just 1 meter too short from cart. Nice
Very
defense.
Close. Yeah. I liked how Barberton looked after they got through that first point in the sort of streets phase and the brawl toward the second point. They looked a lot better in that moment. After they were out of the spawn lock, of course. The spawn lock was pretty brutal. I would have liked them to have broken through earlier. But I think that after they were out of the spawn, they did a really solid job on the second point. Either that or they just capitalized on some mistakes on Shaker's part. Specifically,
absolutely.
I think having that Kree, if he had died, it actually would have been harder for Barber to fight through. I think that was actually a good call to leave them in that moment.
Sometimes you want to stagger the baby D.Va, but in this case, you're staggering a Cassidy there just to make sure that he can't reunite with his team. Now, they could have plausibly had the Deadeye, which have possibly been fatal for the team if a Deadeye came out in the middle of a team fight from behind. But Barberton wagered that he didn't, and they ended up being right.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe he had used it during one of the pushes through the spawn or something. Maybe they really realized he didn't have it.
Different comp on attack here for the Shaker team. They've got the Ana and the Ball here, likely looking for an aggressive playstyle to get through pretty quickly. Going with the Lucio as well.
So we got the Cassidy, the Hanzo. Any other? No, mostly it's pretty similar comp to what they had on offense for Barberton.
That is correct. Taking an off angle there with the tank.
Interesting having
Linking
the
back
Lucio
up
on
here,
defense
the rest of the team.
here.
giving up that choke space almost immediately just to deny a slam from getting too much charge there.
Oh, pick on Mayhem.
Goes
Ball
down
in the
pretty
back
quickly.
line.
He manages to get out there.
Would have loved to have seen a
Ooh,
May on this.
the
though.
Widowmaker Scarrow taking an unpunished high ground, getting some shots in the side
Oh,
of the head,
picks
gets
your-
arrowed.
Yeah, good job from Hunter Roland there.
Coming in for a slam. Ooh, misses his grappling hook. That could have been a strong punish from Barberton there. But Ziggity Zoot managed to get out clean.
Must not have had the CC to disable him.
Just trading some ult charge here, trying to build up ult. Oh, you flashed
That's
in
a-
and
that ball
died.
is
Very
dead.
nice stun.
Is the Rhine dead though? That's the question.
Had
Lamp
forced
comes
out Lamp. Oh,
They know
the
Lamp's
purple
down
on
purple as
our
well.
tank here.
They're trying to keep this Rhine up, but it's so scary. Barberton holding pretty well here. There are a couple picks against them, but not
Dropping
too
the
many.
DPS. Now that Junkrat's in the hotel there, it's going to be really hard to dislodge him.
It's hard to get a
Brendo,
rat
he
out of the
got a
hotel,
lot
that's
of
for sure.
Nades there, but he does end up getting the pick and resetting the fight. He did not get out in time. Scarrow now trying to
Big purple just sitting on Barberton, but there's really no way they're going to
Interesting.
capitalize on that. They must have just chucked one.
try to build
Ball's behind, waiting to swing in and
nano
drop
charge.
down.
The Ana's now able to enable to play here.
They're just letting the ball stay up there.
Oh,
They
a
don't know
huge
he's there.
shatter.
Big shatter, big pick. Guess
Tire
enemy
coming
Ryan
out.
tire comes out. Ooh, Mayhem's tire punishing Barberton
Rebalancing
here.
the fight here. Looks like there's only going to be
Yeah, they were just
wiped out.
cleaned up after the tire. Mayhem just kept picking after pick after pick. The ball came down in the back. I don't know how much of an impact he made in that fight, but I don't think Barberton really knew he was there, or at least didn't do anything to dislodge him. We
Trying to
got
get a little
rats
bit
in the
of ult charge.
hotel. We got hamsters up in the high ground.
Looks like Scarrow getting a pick off of the healer here in the streets.
They're trying to deal with this ball back
Trying
here.
to get another jump shot. Scarrow is. Oh,
Barberton's
they
a
don't
little-
notice him.
Barberton's a bit split here. Not sure if they don't know where to hold at this moment or what's going on. If they're hunting the hamster.
This is a 2v4 here, and they get the nano out on the Rhine, and our Rhine goes down. Barberton's
I
going to have
don't
to
know if they
retreat
even
here.
needed the nano there. I think they didn't realize how split Barberton was. I mean, Barberton's giving up so much space here.
All over the map, too. Looks like they're
Yeah,
going to
you
have
hate
to
to
join
see it.
together.
Very discombobulated. I don't know if it was miscommunication or what. They're finally regrouping, but by this point, I mean, well, at least they've only got one on cart, so it's been a slow push through the streets.
They're looking for another denial play to keep going. There comes
Yeah,
the
the
mines
mines
that they're going to have to
are
walk straight through. Main tank. Oh, a
Trying to
little bit
sweep 'em.
discoordinated.
Oh,
Very
nice
nice.
fire strike. Good pick. Punishing Shaker for saying that they could be this far up and not, you know.
Beautiful play with the window and the graviton there, getting that one-hit kill from the fire strike that Shaker's known for. Barberton giving them to take their own medicine.
Yeah, that was great. I was starting to get a little nervous that we weren't really going to see much of a challenge for the streets here, and that all the fighting was going to happen just so far away from the cart.
Ziggity all the way still behind, being an absolute nuisance. Likely going to come in for a swing, waiting for his team. Comms come out.
Oh,
Ooh,
a little bit of
fumble.
bad geometry.
Getting a
Go
slam
back
on
to math
Cartel,
class.
forcing out the lamp from Barberton.
Oh,
But a
with
beat
the
comes
beat
out
too.
from Shaker here. They're really pushing it. They end up getting the Rhine, but they're trading. They're losing their Ana, and it looks like Barberton's going to stabilize.
Yeah, a couple of missed opportunities from Shaker there. Or maybe Barberton capitalizing on just some better mechanical play in those fights. I don't know.
I think I knew what Shaker was going for there, but the execution was just a little bit slow. Barberton punishing what they can in the moment. But it looks like now Barberton is up in ults here. They have both Beat and Dragon, so they have a lot of sustained potential here. And we do have just over 2 minutes on the clock as well.
Gotta watch out that Diva doesn't eat the dragon, unfortunately. That's the scariest thing, I feel like, in this next fight. Because he
Giving up a
well-placed
lot
dragon.
of cart time here.
Should be brawling out a little bit closer. We've got the
Forcing
dragon.
out the lamp. We're holding on to a lot of things here. Diva Bomb comes out.
Gets
and
a pick.
hits the Lucio. Very nice.
Diva
Three is
DMX. Looks like they're holding the dragon for later as well as the Lucio beat. Only
They're
2 ults.
likely afraid to use the Lucio beat, knowing that they haven't seen any ults come out of the Shaker here, which is very smart too. But let's see if they use it as an opportune time. Because they have had some switch on offense here. They dropped the Widowmaker for a Reaper now, looking for a straight up brawl in center, and with a Cassidy as well.
Oh, man.
Here comes Dragon. It doesn't end up connecting
Oh,
the two
man.
very much.
Looks like a little too far to the left. I don't know what happened with it. I think I heard a shatter come out, but I don't know how it connected. Looks like not enough is the answer. It must have been blocked by enemy Rhine or some other.
Mayhem trying to get a Creole in right around the corner. Excellent release there.
I would have liked to have seen Barberton maybe try to fight into them instead of waiting for them to come to. Like, I feel like they're giving up a lot of space. When
That dragon would have been a perfect opportunity as well there, but the Shaker knew that they needed to get out of position and moved into that small corridor. Barberton just was not able to punish. Let's see this fight here. This trading ult charge here. Diva Bomb comes in.
Lamp
Wastes
forced
the
out.
lamp.
Yeah.
Ooh, the shatter comes in and wipes the team there, and it looks
That
like
looks like that'll probably be. Oh,
Baby Diva to
Brendon
the
trying
rescue.
to hold it. There's only so much a Baby Diva can do though here. That's going to be map 2. Yeah. I think I would have liked to have seen maybe a couple hero swaps to be a bit more brawly, or do you feel like the hero picks were fine on defense here as we got to the streets phase? We saw some swaps coming out from Shaker.
That is one of the things that I would like to see Barberton doing a little bit more often is making the switches, as well as a little bit of preemptive ult uses here. Do you see how Mayhem comes around the corner and gets us 2 clean kills in what could have still been a winnable fight from Barberton? Popping that beat might have saved it there.
Yeah, it could have been close. I'm sure that they felt perhaps that maybe Yi felt that the beat would be better saved for the next fight. Unfortunately,
the ults were there. That was the time to use it.
Yeah.
Now Shaker knows that there's probably not a lot left from the enemy team here, and they're going to take this hyper aggressive. Not a whole lot of support on the Barberton Reinhardt here. And then the bomb comes in, wastes the lamp, and then resources are getting low. Shatter comes out and wipes the team.
I think that, perhaps we needed some more heals on our team versus the kind of lighter heals that we had. Just having, Lucio being sort of more like an off healer, I suppose, or like a lighter healer.
A lot of his potential comes from the speed boost and the beat there. Like when the ults start coming out, the Lucio just says, "No, you're gonna reset this fight because we're gonna live through it," kind of thing. If we would have had greater heals and harder brawl, perhaps Moira would have been able to sustain more, especially since the Shaker swapped over to the Reaper for the more intense burst style of play.
Yeah, once they had those hero swaps, Barberton started having a lot more trouble sustaining the fights. So just maybe something we could look at for hopefully the next match for Barberton. Maybe they'll make some changes in this last one on, I believe, Dorado was our next match. So we'll come back at you here in a moment.
Welcome back, Barberton fans, to another map of Overwatch. We've got Dorado here, where we're going to have Barberton on the offense. Looks like they're rolling out with a Reinhardt and a Ball here, trying to get some high ground. An interesting pick on the Brigida. And for the defense, it looks like the Shaker team is going for a Horse Sigma with a Baptiste here.
Brigade is an interesting choice since they really, unless they're running some kind of brawl comp, I feel like they're just going to eat a lot of spam and not be able to provide much around this first corner here as a hero. But that doesn't mean that they won't have an effect. I just don't know how effective that hero is on this particular part of Dorado.
Mayhem, the fan favorite on the Ashe here. Very good hero for this map, especially able to farm. Looks like they're gonna get some shield damage right over the roof there from the Junkrat, though.
Good spam from Sunwolf, honestly. I think that's a great way to kind of pressure them.
Ooh, we lost the... It looks like we're actually trading. Yi actually gets the Tracer, interesting enough.
Nice. They were in the back line, I think, trying to get some picks. Knocked off the high ground.
Huge knock.
Let's see if we can get some swings in here.
Looks like they need to commit. And the tanks go far deep
really
into the courtyard here. The rest of the team just kind of sitting on cart waiting for something to happen. Mayhem does get the payback onto Yi there. And Barberton ends up losing their Reinhardt.
Yeah, Barberton split himself with some saying, let's get the cart and get some time, and some saying, let's get the kills that will let us get the cart. I think they should have pushed up together to back up their tanks there.
Absolutely.
Now, of course, the tanks are going to be in a little bit quicker in that moment with the ball obviously being pretty speedy, but unfortunately, I think it may have been the wrong call to hold so many heroes on the cart in that moment.
Absolutely, because the thing is that the objective in any game like this is super easy when there is no enemy team left.
Exactly.
Bob comes out to divide the team in half, going for one of the healers.
Bob's purple, but he's also just shooting people
Looks like they're going to do a hard fight reset here from Barberton after that Bob comes up and basically stops the fight from happening. Red's going out in the mayhem as well.
Ooh, Sunwolf's still up really far. Probably wants to get out of there. Will he be able to walk it off? The crouching, trying to avoid the snipes. The fire
Miss from the dynamite.
The dynamite could have finished in there. It was scary.
Oh, there it is.
Dang, that's too bad. I wish he would have just kind of gone left and jumped off there back to the
long
safety
stagger. Barberton's going to have a hard time pushing into this. Now losing their other tank here. They're going to have to wait a full 20 seconds before they're able to push back into this.
I think there's a bit of frustration going on, and they want to take the space, they want to take a fight, but they need to reset. They're just feeding charge to the enemy team right here.
That is to say that Barberton also has a bunch of ultimates here as well. Didn't quite manage to get up. Oh, there it is. Mine's coming up on the high ground, forcing him to reposition. The lamp, though, keeping him alive there. Losing the Ana there. Tire coming out, trying to restabilize the fight. Does big damage up onto the Orisa. Did not execute on the kill, but we do end up getting the Sigma there.
I think
still
they
trading.
Can still push a little bit here. It's 3v4.
With spawn
Shatter
advantage,
down.
absolutely. Securing the... Ooh, tried to secure the kill on the Orisa. Orisa being forced all the way back there.
Defensive Bob, I think.
Tanks
really
isolated. This is not good.
They're trying to pick that Mercy over there.
While the healers are still playing around cart, trying to find out where their tanks are. They swap to the Genji here to try to make a play. Might be coming a little bit late. There's a 1 minute left on the clock. Barberton needs to make a serious effort here. We do have the Nano and the Rally, which will help push in. And they may or may not know this, but currently they are fighting a 5v6 right now. And
yeah, it looks
Shaker
like there was
lost a player.
Disconnect from someone on Shaker in this moment. Not really sure what happened there.
Ooh, losing the Orisa right away.
I believe Shaker made the play to the call to just play it out.
Up 2 maps, and they were confident.
Maybe this is Barberton's opportunity to reverse sweep them, because if I were Shaker, I would still take a pause.
And they end up losing the point over it, too.
Exactly. There's no way Barberton is going to lose a 5v6
Well, Bob here trying to even it up. Doesn't end up getting any kills here, so that's a wasted ult. Good for Barberton, though. Let's see if they can get the Sigma before he escapes. Get that bonus kill.
Going for the melees there to make sure they don't
and
proc the shield. Good job.
Get plenty of cart time now. I would like to see Barberton push up here, try to take this courtyard to prevent Shaker from setting up.
Looks
Shaker
like
knows
they want to. It looks like they're wanting to, but they're not together enough to really take that space.
Let's see how Shaker plays this now with a team of 5. They know they don't want to push in too early without their 5th because they need every resource possible. Just trying to take some space here. Ooh,
Blocked hook with the shield there.
That was pretty cheeky. Coming out with the Valk to avoid getting dove by Barberton's ball. Lamp as well. So they're down in resources, down in players. They might drop horse here. And they end up losing them.
Yep, they're back to 6 now. Scarrow is back for Shaker, so the time in the penalty box of DC Town is over for Shaker.
They're still trying to make a push here, though. They might want to touch cart and see if they can make something happen. Gonna have that last second touch. And there comes the Matrix and the ult from Sigma.
Oh, huge! Oh my God! I don't think Shaker expected that at all. That's so surprising. They just let them eat that tire. It was just so close.
Came out really quickly. Huge play from the Junkrat there.
I'd say that tire was secured at that point. There was no. I think it could have gone the other way if not for that.
Now Shaker's probably thinking, all right, well we gave them way too much cart time. Let's play this back. Still back on the Tracer, taking a duel with the ball there, trying to deny it. Ooh, the healers get low, and Barberton's actually bleeding a lot of resources here without a main tank to really mitigate damage.
Yeah, we need some shields. Oh, good hook. Oh, they forced up the lamp.
A lot of ability used there.
Yeah, Shaker's getting a little scared here as Barberton rounds the corner.
Hold ult wraps up, although the Genji didn't manage to get blade during his nano there.
He gets a nice pick on Scarrow again.
Looks like they're going to get pushed back, though. That's Superchargers.
Great placement on the Supercharge. That was such a great... It was just around that little corner, so Barberton couldn't really take any angle to kill that thing. It was just going to feed their team damage that whole fight.
He manages to get out. A noble sacrifice from the Barberton off tank there, Brendo. The Shaker tanks looking to
they take a really forward position. I wonder if they want the rest of the team to come up with them. Or they're just farming our ult. No, they want to take the high ground and play it safe.
Ooh, this is an off position. The Sigma is going to come in and use his lift ability, and there's no punish coming from Barberton. Here it comes. Rock comes out. Bob
With
is
the Bob
actually
there too. No, they just decided to
no
just
punish
the Bob.
on this the Sigma on the side there, and they end up losing their Mayhem, forcing out the res, but it's a little bit of a brawl here. And the kills come out. Sleepless still trying to deny the DPS on the high ground there. Barberton and Genji eventually does get picked off. The farm time from the Sigma on this ground over here being uncontested the whole time is a bit concerning, because I was expecting him to do his lift there, but the Bob came out.
I thought as soon as Asteria had ulted that I thought that they would just counter it by lifting him up in the air and watching him be nice and shiny in the sky for a while, but instead the Bob came out and they just let that in the window kind of do the job. Shows the discipline of Shaker maybe to not overcommit there. They thought they
nice
had
slam up on the high ground.
Oh,
Nothing else
going
to
for the
push in behind.
Mercy.
Fire Strike clips a few, and there is the lift.
Only grabs 2 though.
Slows down the push a little bit. Barberton coming into last here, brawling out.
Good picks all around from Barberton here. Get a little bit low. Hunter goes down. Brendo so low on this run. Ball in the back line, just running around back there. You can see Alec Wuethrich spinning around, creating mayhem in the back line, and not
getting any cart. There's a Tracer denying the whole time that wasn't picked up by Ryan there.
Yee on the high ground, keep the team topped off here in this fight.
A late rally trying to sustain.
No, good
Can they get this Tracer? Ooh.
The Bob is out though.
The pulse bomb onto the Brigida too there as well.
Slowing down so low on that Orisa. Getting healed up, oh my goodness. Nice purple comes out to end that. Brenda
Tracer still alive. Nobody wants to fight the Tracer.
Defensive minds. Yeah, get this Tracer off the cart. Tell Scarrow to DC again.
Oh, he eventually does go down. Ziggity getting knocked back, destroyed by the Ryan there.
Really putting the pressure on here.
Can Mayhem save it? Playing in
enemy minds. Out there.
2 HP, eventually goes down, and Barberton gets the point.
Let's see how they do on the defense now. Barberton is, I feel like they're pretty well known for their offenses on Dorado. They always seem to really come together on that 3rd point push. If they get there, I don't think I can think of almost any matches where they weren't able to push it all the way.
And that's very interesting too, because Dorado last is notoriously one of the more easy ones to defend there. You saw the positioning from Shaker's tanks and their DPSs, really knowing how to abuse the choke points in place there. But Barberton managed to pull through with what felt like a mix-up of a traditional meta there, just slamming it in and causing a lot of disruption amongst the team.
I'd say if Barberton makes it to the 3rd point, like past the 2nd point on this map, they will take the 3rd point. The hardest thing for them, though, is defense on the 1st point. I think that they've always struggled with this high ground defense on the 1st part of the streets phase. 2nd part could be hit or miss. 3rd, they're pretty solid. I think the 3rd spot is just their safe space on this particular map.
Looks like the Shaker here is going for a bit of a double bubble play with the Pharmacy. Looking for a pretty aggressive offense here. Might not even spend too much time on cart, especially with the dive going on here.
Yeah, they're going to go into Barberton's high ground, try to break that up, and Barberton struggles with that, but Barberton's pretty good. I feel like Barberton is a team that plays less well at range and better in close-up brawls sometimes. And so maybe you can tell me what you think on that, but I feel like bringing the fight to them actually might play into Barberton's strengths. We'll see how well they can hold on this first point.
The Sigma and the Orisa. The Sigma not taking an off angle here, just trying to block it. Missed suck on the Pharmacy there, but they're doing a nice job of spamming it out, trying to get the corner here. Scarrow on point, just pushing cart. Looks like their Shaker's going all the way around to try and do a dive.
Yeah, very interesting. We don't see this very often.
Interesting that they're getting split off like this too. They're playing a very smart corner here, 3v6, but the Pharmacy coming in from behind, getting a lot of spam damage out.
Yeah,
Barberton getting sandwich on both sides. They're not sure which direction to face here.
They need to pick a target. Too many picks against Barberton at this point. They're just going to collapse under this. Really, really interesting how Shaker, similar to what we saw in Nepal, really attacking from multiple angles and then moving back defensively, playing the walls and the corners to make take advantage of the cover and force Barberton to just take hit after hit after hit.
Absolutely. I would have loved to see Barberton just hard push under the 3 tanks there and try to get those early eliminations. But they didn't quite have the mobility to escape the rockets coming out from the Pharmacy there.
Yeah, that was a fast first point. No surprise, Mayhem had the ult out there. 2 good picks from Sunwolf there. Only trading a 2-for-1, I think that's fine.
Still getting cart time, though, here. I would like to see Barberton push up and try to clean up the rest of this here. Deny that point.
there's not a lot of heroes left. Why don't they just all walk onto the point here?
They haven't done very much scouting. They see the tracer fire up from the top quarter there.
The
I wonder if
coming.
they know.
They're taking a trip to the zoo, unfortunately.
Looks like Shaker flushing them out from the high ground.
Yeah, giving that high ground up to Shaker.
Ooh, huge purple on the main tanks.
Ouch. This is going to hurt.
Excellent
Echo
plays.
making some big plays. We see the Echo getting a lot more picks here than I think the Pharah was, now that they want to get a bit more up close and personal.
Absolutely, especially on that punish there. Looks like Barberton and DPS are kind of playing ring around the rosy here, just barely getting out. Let's see what position Shaker is going to take. Oh, missed a high ground jump there. Might get punished.
Ball comes
no,
out.
Bubble to save the day.
Purple out on Brendo. But can they do something about this monkey on their DPS and heal back there? No. He walks away again.
Jump into high ground safety on the other side there. Got the cart denied, so they're no longer pushing. Trapped up in this high ground.
There's
trying
the
to
monkey.
leap out.
Oh, with the bubble on him,
A huge lift
though.
on the rest of the team there. Brendo going for a play.
Oh, the ult comes out from the monkey.
Mayhem goes down.
Hunter Roland almost had that ape. We're trying
There's
to make
only
a
three still
Harambe
up here.
situation here, and unfortunately, this is not that timeline.
I would love to see Barberton finish cleaning up some of these kills here to get that a little bit extra ult charge. They're trying to chase down Ziggity here, but he's found the rest of his team. Ooh, he still goes down here.
Yeah, good pick there. That Zarya probably had a fair amount of charge.
Clean up on the Mercy as well. It's going to be a long reset before Shaker's able to push back into this.
And they're a little split. Looks like they got one. Someone's really deep over there. I have no idea who that is.
Very early supercharger. I don't see any line of sight. Looks like this might be a tracer hiding. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Waiting for their time to go up on the cart there. The supercharger doesn't seem to get much value at all. There was no real push coming in there.
I think that was. I recall that was. Alec had said, I accidentally hit ult. I'm so sorry, guys. So unfortunately, that was a slight mistake. But every now and then, our fingers.
Huge purple onto the tank line again, and then Graviton comes out. Everybody's locked up.
Even
Pulse
Bob.
bomb.
Even Bob.
That was a lot of ults there. Although the Bob is going to try and hold for a little while, it eventually does end up going down there. 2 up still from Barberton.
I think that Shaker's just going to try to stagger them here.
Yeah, I would like to see Sleepless stand on the point here just to get that a little bit extra denial.
Yeah,
and
just take
force them to
space
kill.
forward.
Yep, and looks they're gonna might have to recontest.
They're gonna have to fight.
Yep.
There's
This is a
nothing they can
5v6.
do.
Brendo coming out, taking a lot of damage. The Nano keeping him back up though.
Counter Nano as well. And we hear the soldier
The
ult come out.
visor, yep. Does visor connect with anybody? Ooh, they dropped the visor there. There wasn't the pocket onto him, and then the purple comes out and cleans up the rest of the team. A lot of ults committed there, and we're basically resetting the fight now with nobody but Clover coming up in an ult. But we do have Valk.
I'm curious how the Valk will play out on this last point. As you said, this is a point that favors defenders, but Barberton has always been more of an offensive team than a defensive team.
Ooh, the sleep onto the D.Va here. Can they be rescued? Looks like there was no punish. A lot of ults or abilities used there from Shaker. Didn't really result in much. Brendo just denying cart time here, while the rest of Shaker tries to rotate back around with the rest of their team.
I'd like to see Barberton all commit somewhere here. I feel like they need to just drop on this card together right now.
Absolutely.
Punish.
Like an aggressive Valk here would be perfect. Ooh, losing the Ana there from a dive in the back.
I think perhaps they were too afraid to give up the high ground when really they should have said, hey, there's 3 heroes on low ground, let's kill them, and then we can reassert high ground.
They need to reset this fight fast. Barberton can't be staggering here. There's nothing to contest. They're getting cart time. They need to die quickly or get a pick, because they're going to have to touch now. Still haven't seen the Valk here, and Shaker now having 5 ults ready.
Hunter Roland just runs right at the cart, hoping to maybe block some time. But I think they would have been better served if they'd stayed with the team and just rolled out a 6 here instead of trying to get that in 1 or 2 seconds. Yeah, finally, we get the Valk out. It's not going to be enough to sustain in this fight. It's a 3v6.
Shaker using the rest of their ults, and then, yep, denying that choke there.
I'm surprised
barely
Hysteria is
touching.
still alive. Finally, Mercy goes down. You trying to hold and dance on the cart here.
Shooting
as
the
Barberton
frog.
tries to get back up, but I just don't think it's going to happen here. We're going to have to go to a 3rd round and see if Barberton, they've got a minute to push, whereas Shaker has quite a lot more time. It's not something that's unheard of to hold off for that long, and it's interesting. I think they were a little too held on that high ground. like I said.
I think so too, especially with that monkey dive getting the kill on the Ana right away. Really ended up costing a lot of the fight there, and having the team split between the first by the cart and the high ground made them especially vulnerable. Earlier in that fight, I would have loved to see Barberton push in with an aggressive Valk, because Shaker was actually caught up in a similar situation where they had 3 on this high ground and 3 on the low ground. Although the 3 on the low ground here was the Mercy and the Echo, there still could have been a serious amount of punishment dealt out there and possibly some eliminations early, which would have cleaned up the rest of the team fight.
Yeah, I think that was just perhaps Barberton not quite sure where they wanted to advance there. I don't know.
So it looks like there's no changes from the defense for Shaker here. Going with the Horse Sig with the Tracer and, oh, I forget her name, Mayhem, playing on the, where is he? Here we are. Getting that damage boost with the long barrel there. Trying to get some early headshots, get that ult charge up, get Bob out early.
Yeah, the sooner Bob comes to the party, the better it is. Ooh, I think they got a clip in there. I wasn't sure.
No, they didn't quite get any damage. Clip the shield. Getting some damage out.
Chipping out on Barberton, perhaps with the fire. No kicks there either. Monkey hunting.
Ooh, early bubble doesn't actually result in very much.
Look at that tracking, very nice. Another dynamite probably coming out here soon. Looking for just a bit of chip damage.
Let's see what Barberton plans here.
Ooh.
Trying to get the slam on that high
ground.
Ooh,
Oh, the slam just
down,
barely
though.
misses, though.
Brendo looking for a dive up into the high ground. He gets it. He doesn't have any cooldowns, though, focusing them out of the high ground, and they're dropping back to go fight in the lobby there. So the card is going to keep moving forward. But the looks like they lost their Ana here, pushing in to a double frisbee here, just slowly grinding this card forward, getting the spam out. And there's that Bob from Mayhem. Nice stun, though. Unfortunately, the Cassidy goes down. They're in overtime, so they cannot leave this cart.
Oh, the res tries to come out, but not quite.
Trying to get that extra bit of time.
With how many heroes are up on Shaker, there's no way we were going to get the res off, but it was still a valiant choice to try to get it in case they were maybe perhaps focused more on Sleepless in the moment.
All right.
There's
so
not much else you could have done in there.
Shaker in 3 minutes has just a little bit of distance to go here. Let's see, can they get it? Or will Barberton maybe pull out some cheese, possibly? Maybe some Bastion forward, right over looking spawn. They have nothing to lose here, and it's one fight
that'd be
takes
cute.
all.
Are you talking like a sim, like put them up in a weird place?
Absolutely, because at this point, Barberton's thinking that if this goes, it's all over. So one fight is going to be make or break this map. Cannot give them an inch. Shaker may know this. Let's see what kind of heroes they pick in anticipation for that. Although they can take their time with 3 minutes still left on the clock.
Yeah, they can just build ults until they want to just queue everybody to win. But I think that Shaker typically is a bit more disciplined. I'm sure they have a strategy they want to use to roll out here.
Yep, and it looks like it. They're going to double bubble with the Ana this time for the pharmacy.
They throw the nade up there just to see if they can get anyone. That was cute.
Sometimes it does connect. I've seen Gravitons launched from halfway across the map and end up connecting.
Yep,
Ooh,
they're still
straight
checking
into
them. That's funny. Actually, it's smart is what it is. It's just amusing to see somebody kind of just sort of, mind, just saying, hey, anyone over there? Anybody? No? Okay.
All right, so Barberton.
Forward position here. They do have the Bastion on this. I think they could have perhaps
Pure
had a
cheese.
different... do you think this is a decent spot for them to set up here?
Absolutely. Third on the low ground, a little bit interesting. I'd like to see that off an off angle to prevent any flanks from behind. Oh, speaking of behind, they just walk right around, force out the lamp.
Purple lamp is out though, keeping them up.
But they do get Ziggity Zoo. They're getting cart time here, and the Bastion's a little bit exposed. They need to be stopping cart. Scarrow,
we got
MVP.
Not only that, we got 2 turrets in the same place.
They
I'd
need
really
to drop
like
and
see
fight
those
this.
Turret placement a little bit different. Split your Bastion and your turret up.
There we are, wrapping around to point. Didn't drop anyone here. Gonna retake. Ooh, Sunwolf goes down. Committed a little bit too long down there in the low ground. Although, yep, the pharmacy has completely wrapped around here, raining down hell from behind. But Mayhem does go down.
But he's still in the background. He's purpled. I wish they could have punished a bit more.
The turret ends up cleaning up the Mercy there. Even in death, this Torb serve. And the D.Va does manage to get the safety here. Need to set up a little bit closer to a corner, I think. You're crying undefended. He could get dived here or shot up by the Pharah here. Not really able to get a good angle or line of sight there.
Oh yeah,
trying to dive. There it comes.
Oh, there comes
the
Mayhem.
DM with the nanoed ult. Perfect play. Getting that last sleep.
Sleep comes in.
Ooh, it's a little bit of a trade here.
I think Barberton's still going to be down too many because although their heroes are alive right now, they're not anywhere near the spawn.
Correct.
Or, sorry, near the cart. So unfortunately, Barberton not able to make it through the third map. They would have had to do a reverse sweep here anyway. Shaker famously did not lose a single map all last season as they took states against any team for their entire season and postseason. So a powerful team. There were a few mistakes that Barberton made throughout, but it's also just a team that, if you make one mistake, that's going to be it. Shaker can capitalize off of those.
Absolutely. Barberton had a hard fight here right from the get-go, but they fought very well and were able to punish some of the mistakes that Shaker was making, even when they had a full 6-stack ready to fight, and exploited some of the weaknesses of individual plays that their team was making. But ultimately, Shaker had the larger macro foresight to really know what they needed to do to make sure, even if they make some mistakes throughout individual team fights, at the end of the game, they're going to take the W.
Yeah, we saw a lot of different times where heroes were picked for maps that could really put pressure on from different angles and punish any mistaken rollout from the enemy team, in this case Barberton. And we also saw a lot better kind of ult generation and I think ult management and tracking. I think they could tell when we had ults and we weren't always sure when Shaker was up and ready with something to throw at us in our faces.
You can even notice that too, because even on the King's Row engagement, Shaker was a little bit tentative to push too hard, knowing that we were holding beat for a potential push, which was good on our part, but it came out a little bit too late, and the surprise play from the McCree around the corner, which I think was my favorite play of the series so far, punished the already down and count Barberton team there. So there was a little bit of a knowledge gap, I would say, and knowing how much damage had been done between the teams and how close each team was to their next ultimate.
Well, with that, fans, unfortunately, we don't like to start the season off with a loss if we can help it, but this was a very, very tough opponent, and had we beat them, I would tell you that we were going to win the state of Ohio as well at this point, but unfortunately, there's still a long road ahead of us to get there. Hopefully, we can make it to the playoffs, make it to the states, and face Shaker again. We will see what happens as the season sort of shakes out. So we'll be keeping an eye very closely on the win-loss record as we advance through this fall season, and hopefully can make it to that postseason and then to the coveted states where we have been wanting to go for some time. We'll join you next week with our next recording. See you then.
See ya.